Hello everybody, this is Brian with BS Tech Networks. Today I am bringing to you a tutorial on how to manage your vehicle inventory. Vehicle inventory is a feature that we can create for your website, so if you have a car dealership or some kind of dealership where you'd like to show pictures of some vehicles that you have for sale, then this would be what you need. Now, in order to first log into your site, you should have been provided a username and a password from us in order to log into the site. If you have not, please contact us and we can provide that information to you. So, of course, the first thing that you need to do is go ahead and log into your website. And once you're logged in, you have several different options available to you. Now, for this tutorial, we are going to speak directly of the Vehicle Manager. So you will hover over Components and then go down to Vehicle Manager. And then you can click on Vehicles, Categories, or even your settings. We typically do not set up or worry about the Sale Manager or the Rent Requests. These are two other features that we do not usually work with because they're not something that is mostly beneficial to our customers. So first of all, let's go ahead and discuss how to create some categories. So click on Categories. It's very simple to make some categories. You can see here that by default, we do have some that are installed that we can set up for you or remove if you do not need them. But there are categories such as Sport, Truck, Sedan, and Smart. And then under the Smart category, there's two additional subcategories, Rent and Sale. If you need to update any of these, you just click on it, and then it will display the title and the alias along with a parent item. If you want this to be a subcategory, you can select which category you want this to be under here. Image, if you want to change what image will appear next to the category, this is where you can do that. And then you can give a quick description or some details about it as well. So to add a new category, you just simply come up here and click New. And then you give the category an alias as well as a title. You typically will want to make these the same exact thing to keep them straight. And again, like I previously said, you can change what category this will be under. If it will be a main category, keep this as top. If you want this to be a subcategory, then choose another one that's in this list. The image, again, what you want next to the category to appear, and then just type in some details and then hit Save. To delete a category, you need to make sure that, first of all, you do not have any vehicles that are within that category. As you can see here, there are vehicles, at least one of them for each category that's listed, so I am not able to delete any of these. But if you are wanting to delete one, just put a checkbox in the ones that you wish to delete, and then you'll come up here and hit Delete. So actually, I am surprised that it let me delete those categories. Previously to this, it would not let you do that. But there are no categories listed here, which are for the vehicles. Now, to add vehicles or to update vehicles, you'll go to Components, Vehicle Manager, and Vehicles, or like you just saw, if you're in the categories, then you can just click on Vehicles. And these are all the example vehicles that are in here already. To update a vehicle, again, it's the same way. You just click on one. And a vehicle ID is required. This is kind of how the system keeps all the vehicles separated. It has to be a unique value, which means it cannot share the same value with any other vehicle that you have. The category, since I deleted the other categories and the only category available is Sport, the drop-down list of categories are right there. You can then make a description of the vehicle here, and then further on down here some required fields: the maker, model, vehicle type, whether the vehicle's for rent or for sale, and then the price. You'll notice here there are two boxes. The first box should be where you put the actual price of the vehicle, and then the second box is the currency. In this case is USD or US dollars. This overall system that we use for vehicle inventory can be used in any country, so that's why this has the ability to change the currency if needed. Price type either could be negotiable or starting at, and then here's your vehicle title, so you can put the full vehicle title here. Now, in some cases you may not want the maker to be a drop-down box or the model to be a drop-down box. We can set these towards your standard, so it could just be a box you can fill in, much like the price here. So if you don't want to have the maker of the model or anything like that, just let us know and we can customize these fields for you. Additional rates may apply depending upon how complicated it is to change those fields. Recommended fields, these would be the year, condition, how many miles the vehicle has, the listing status, active, closed, withdrawn, whatever the case is. And there's many other options. You just go through here and fill out all of the options that you would like for your vehicle. Then down at the very bottom is your photo manager. You can upload as many photos as you'd like per vehicle. Now where it says upload main photo, this is the main photo of the vehicle that will appear first in your slideshow or on the new listings feature if you have that added to your site. If you have a feature on your site where it lists the new vehicles that you previously listed, then any photo you put in here in the main photo, that will be the default photo that will be shown. If you want to add additional photos, just click the add new photo button and you can see a new box that comes down, and you just keep hitting add new photo for each photo that you want to add. We do recommend that you resize all of your pictures of your vehicles to no more than 600 pixels wide. If it's any larger than that, it's really going to slow your website down and make it much more difficult for customers to look at your photos. So hopefully you know how to resize your pictures, but you will need a photo editing program. Even Paint in Windows can do it as well. So just make sure that you do resize those photos so that they display well on a site. Now once you're done with this, then you'll just come all the way up here and hit save. Now in the event that you have multiple pictures already down here and you want to get rid of some, what you will do, again it says select photo if it is necessary to remove. You'll put a check mark next to the photos, and all the photos that you upload will appear, but there's only one photo for this vehicle, so only the one showing. But you'll put a check box or a check mark in the box here and each photo that you want to delete, and then you'll just go up and hit save, and then it will also delete those photos. I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel here to take you back to the main vehicle listing. Now it's the same way if you want to delete a vehicle. You'll just put a check box or a check mark in the box over here for all the vehicles you want to delete, and then just come up here and hit delete, and now that's deleted. Something else to also notice here is published. If there is a green checkbox here, that means it's live and showing on your site. When you usually make a new vehicle, it's going to not be published. What will happen is it will look like this. It will be a red circle with a white X through it, which means it's not showing on your site. So just click on it and that will turn it to a green check mark, which means that it is active on your site. So to create a new vehicle, you just come up here and click new. And much like the previous discussion, you'll just go through and fill out your vehicle ID, the category, description. Make sure you go through and change your required fields, and then anything else that you wish to add in here, you'll just go through and do that. Well, that does cover the information on how you will add and update categories and vehicles to your vehicle inventory manager with your BSN Tech Networks website. If you do need a website like this, feel free to reach out to us at bsntech.com. Thanks again for watching. This is Brian Spraker with BSN Tech Networks.